Is it awful in Israel? I feel like a lot of people think it's awful there. And a lot of people
No.
think people are just riding around on camels and shit.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Right.
It's kind of like here, like you watch the same shows on TV, the same movies, you go to theaters, you have a job, you go to school, you drive your car, not camels.
Some
You
drive
don't
camels.
when you finish high school, you go to the army. That's different than here.
That's a huge difference.
And then when you're done with the army, then you go to college. So you kind of like everything takes a little longer than it does here.
Interesting.
I think the mentality of people is very different here and there. And obviously the security situation, not being under threat here. In Israel, there's always that threat over your head. But you just grow up like that, so you're not thinking about it. It's just what it is. So when I'm here, I can see how different it is. Like if you go to a crowded place, it's a threat. It's a dangerous spot because there could be a suicide bomb there, or what do you call it? It's an attraction for a terror attack.
Right.
So, but in Israel, yeah, there's always like some kind of there's always a new type of attack that's happening, and then that happens for a while until Israel figures a way to like prevent it.
Right.
So when I was growing up, there was a lot of suicide bombs,
like in cafes and buses and stuff like that.
And then, like recently, it was stabbing. Like you could just be waiting for a bus, and then someone will just come and stab you on the street. And so but Israel is really crazy. They figure out ways to prevent this stuff. Like the stabbing was happening for a few months, and now it doesn't really happen so much. And I don't even know how, but they have like their secret ways.
Say what you will about the Israelis, man, but those guys are fucking innovative.
Yeah.
They're figure shit out there, man.
But people who would like to criticize the army in Israel need to understand that it's a daily threat that something needs to happen about it. It's not like we have a choice.
Do you find it ironic when there's these when you talk about privilege? Let's talk about someone who's going to UC Berkeley, paid by their parents, $200,000 tuition on campus protesting Israel. Do you find that ironic?
I do. When I lived in Israel, I used to criticize Israel a lot.
Yeah, me too,
as an
actually.
Israeli, and the army and a lot of stuff. But when we moved here and I started to go on Reddit and stuff like that, and just being more aware of like the online criticism
it's not just online, but it's
not just online. Yeah, I just became more aware of like the criticism here of Israel and in general around the world, and it's really. I personally think it's so ironic. It's just like, I don't know, it's kids sitting here in like beautiful California criticizing, like you don't even know what you're talking about.
Right. It's funny because like you said, when you're in Israel, you're super critical of the government. You're like, dude, you're expanding in the West Bank. That's bullshit. You know, the government is turning off water and Gaza doing weird shit to control, make land grabs and stuff.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff is like, yo, what are you guys doing? But when you come to Israel and then what you hear is people criticizing national security and calling Israel like apartheid, and that they shouldn't have fences, or that Israel should be.
You mean when you come here and you're here?
Right, exactly. Like less specific criticism, or more general, like, they build a wall and Israel should be a one state with Palestinians and Israel's all living together. They should reduce the borders and remove the gate. That to me seems like super ignorant.
It is, because when I grew up, I couldn't really take a bus. I was afraid of blowing up.
Right.
And now it doesn't really happen. So the wall did help. So should we not have a wall?
Can you explain about the wall for people who don't know about it?
I don't know how to explain
it. Well, I guess simply it's like...
It was built to prevent this attacks. And there's still a lot of other ways. There's tunnels and,
Yeah, rockets.
Yeah.
When Hila was a kid, there was no wall around greater Israel that blocked out the West Bank and Gaza. And it was like, I remember in the newspaper, when you were growing up, there was almost daily, right?
Not
Suicide
daily,
bombs
but
weekly.
It was happening a lot, and it was terrifying,
In cafes and shopping malls and buses. And it was just like a slaughter. It was just a slaughter. And so they're like, oh, let's build a fucking wall then. And lo and behold, no more suicide bombs. And my whole time there, My whole 5 years living there, there was like
There was
one failed,
attempt,
shitty
yeah.
attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it wasn't even a suicide bomb. Someone threw a bomb at a bus from the outside, and it didn't kill anyone. I don't know. It's like at a certain point, does it justify how do you think about the Gazans who are on the other side of the wall now, who are like cut off from family members, who have to go through checkpoints and come to Israel? It's like,
I mean, the whole thing is shitty. The whole situation there is shitty, no matter how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's like I don't know. I was just born there. So there's a lot of people who are just born there and they need to be able to live their life, right?
Sure.
And Israel was made for that purpose because they were being chased in all the other countries where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's obviously super complicated. I don't think I'm qualified to like talk about this stuff in actual detail and what is the solution. I have no idea.
Yeah. I think that's honestly one of the best answers, though.